Squirrels. Okay, actually, still feral, but they live in trees, eat their nuts, and then just fuck off back in their tree. Guys, welcome to episode 2 of Nunchucks
Nunchucks and sticks.
Chill. Okay, no, let me go again. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Welcome to episode 2 of Talking Nunsense. We are here with me, Nun, and
me, not Nun.
Nearly there. We're nearly there,
Sezza.
guys. It's episode 2. We're still working on it. You know, I don't need something to work on. Just, you know, someone here. But yeah, we are here today. Both ill, actually. We have had flu for the past week, and my neighbor also came around and cut a bit out of my eyebrow.
How did he do that?
I don't know, honestly. He said he wanted to use the bathroom, and then that just happened. So
he cut my eyebrow. We were going
me.
to talk about AI this week, but because we both got sick, I kind of decided that it was too much of an in-depth topic for our little sick brains to like decipher at this stage. So it'll be an episode that we will do at some stage because it'll be very interesting, but I just need to do some research and this bitch lazy right now. So I was thinking, amongst the recent controversies and all of the stuff that's been happening with Twitch, if you guys haven't known, Twitch and the streaming sphere and Kick and YouTube, it's all blowing up this week. It's absolutely crazy. So I thought we could just talk about streaming because we know that back to back because we are both streamers. I've been streaming on Twitch for 7 years, and it's been probably like
me.
Oh really? It's been like the
I think it's nearly
fastest
4
7 years
now.
of my life, but then also like I feel like I've aged like 30 years. But
I feel like I've aged 30 years this week, if I'm honest.
yeah.
Like, I still feel the fever coming through my body right now. You won't see it, but I do.
Oh, fake it till you make it, you know. I've been putting on a face today. This has been good. Sometimes it's nice to just pretend that you're okay.
I am pretending. Pretending. How's your day been? Tell me.
My day.
Yeah?
Oh, okay. We're just gonna do a little coffee date.
Okay,
Oh my
calm
god,
down.
he's taking me out on
only
a
asking
date.
What?
Are you gonna take me
How
out to
your day was.
brunch?
No.
A bitch loves brunch. You know that.
We need to quarantine right now. This is 2023. We
true.
can't be doing that anymore.
My
No
day.
risks.
My day's been good. I just did some little sketches
Yeah.
on my little art stream this morning and talked to the chat. It's actually quite nice to talk to chat again. I hadn't been streaming for a few days a week, and it was nice to actually catch up with everybody again.
Yeah, I've been trying to power through it and just, as you said, fake it till you make it. Because, you know, I streamed.
You haven't streamed
Streamed
today
this
yet?
week.
Oh no,
Not
you did. I
today,
know, you
not
surprised
today,
me
but
when
I
you
have been.
when you were sick. I was like I thought you'd just rest, and then you were like, oh, I think I might stream, and I was like, are you crazy? Like,
Yeah, after
bitch,
having
just
the worst
res.
sleep ever. But then I felt really rested. Like today felt like I slept like 10 hours or something, but I'd only slept like 2. I was wide awake. But yeah.
So to talk about streaming, I kind of just I don't really know how to start it, but I thought maybe I would just ask, like, what made you come to Twitch to stream?
I think what made me come to Twitch, I mean, Twitch is the main like streaming platform, as everybody knows. Like, you know, regardless of what anyone says, Twitch was Justin TV. Justin TV was the original place where everybody streamed, and I loved the idea of you know, people were streaming on there, but I didn't really watch it, you know, when Justin TV was around. But I used to see YouTube videos all the time. But yeah, I came across Twitch, and I've always been one of those people, as I said before in I think the previous episode, that I like to, although I'm not really gonna keep track of like everything that we've ever done, but it's nice to look back on some like clips of like times, or like how you looked, or how, you were, and you know, funny moments and stuff, just anything, you know, just anything that happens, and then you can just go back to it, you know.
Oh, I like constantly like go back to my clips and look at my hairstyles for like over the years and like what color my hair was, or whether I had a front fringe.
Do you ever regret some?
There was this one time I was growing my hair out, and it was the longest I'd ever grown it since I'd started bleaching it.
Okay.
And it was like pretty long and like natural. It looked pretty nice, but I decided to cut my fringe straight by myself, and I thought it looked good at the time.
What hair color did you have?
It was like my natural hair, so it was kind of like this ashy brown color.
Okay.
So it was actually quite nice. It looked pretty nice and healthy, but I decided to cut my fringe straight across, and yeah, I thought it looked good at the time. And then looking back at the clips, I'm like, ooh, girl, what you doing?
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, I think also the same with like, it doesn't even need to be just your hair or how you look. It's just also how you've gone from literally a foundation of nothing, and then you've worked your way up. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm not a fan of seeing my old clips because it's like everything's so janked. Like it's all over the place. It doesn't look professional. I understand why people didn't want to come. You know, the people that stood by me on them times. Crazy.
Yeah. When I because I started streaming when I was living in a rental house, and I had really good internet in Australia. The quality of my stream was great. It never crashed. It never lagged. It was really awesome. So we started off pretty strong. And then I had to move back to my parents' house where the internet was really, really bad. I had a upload speed of 0.8 megabytes per second.
Yeah, that's bad.
And it would crash all the time. It would lag all the time, and it was unwatchable. And I, like those people that stuck with me, I got so constantly upset by it, like on a daily basis, because I felt so embarrassed that like all I wanted to do was stream and like be there for, you know, my community and like hang out with them and stuff, but I like literally couldn't. And it was just like really fucking sad. So I totally get, you know, the quality is definitely one of the things that you need the most. But it's kind of interesting, like when I look back on my clips and see like all these old shitty overlays that I made, like they were so much fun. Yeah, I love doing it. It's experimenting, but like, oh my god, like what were we thinking?
My first one, I can still see it. I remember Ziggy took a picture, drew a little picture of my overlay and me in it for like a happy birthday thing, and yeah, it was crazy. It was actually crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. I have like a little folder on my desktop, and it's called like, I know it's a bit narcissistic, but it's called Sezza fan art, but it's literally just stuff that people have made about my stream over the years, and that's really cool to look at.
I've got the same. I've got the same actually.
Yeah, and it's I love that folder. I look at that folder quite a lot if I'm ever feeling nostalgic. But
well, that's what I mean. Like, you know, looking at, you know, things that people have made, or things that you as a streamer, you know, as you said, like, why did I come to streaming? It's because I can look back on stuff. Like those moments, you know, you can't, you know, you could tell people about them. Not that anyone really cares, but like, you know, you could tell someone about them, and then yeah, you can, you know, at least you have something to show for it if you really want to relive that moment, you know.
I think 7 years ago, like Twitch was the only place that I knew of anyway. I don't know if it was, but where you could live stream.
Yeah, and I was the same. I was the same.
So Twitch has always felt like, you know, that website that go-to secure, like safe website where it's like you could go and stream and like nothing bad would happen kind of thing. There was no rivals, so like you didn't know any better. Even up till like now, like it's just been like a really weird thing.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you go.
But I think also like people are, you know, there's so many other streaming platforms now, and because Twitch is the main, you know, let's just say is the tree. It's the full tree, and you know, there's loads of branches. You know, there's YouTube, there's Kick, there's I think a thing called Trovo, or you know, other streaming places. You know, and I think, why am I missing one? You can now stream on Twitter. You can now stream on TikTok. But like for everyone, they don't want to leave that tree, the trunk of the tree. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a solid foundation. It's a solid foundation. Everybody wants to stick on it. But the problem is the tree has been growing for so long that it's starting to lose its, like, without its branches, a tree is just a trunk. Do you know what I mean? So, like, if there's just, do you know what I'm saying? Like, a tree is just a trunk. Like, it's not a tree without branches, right? So, like, to say, we've got YouTube now, we've got Kick now, we've got TikTok now, we've got, all of these things. They're trying to use the branches and us. They're trying to use us as, like, we're just the water that grows.
What beautiful metaphor. Thank you so much. That really summarizes how everyone's feeling about the streamosphere right now. I'm calling it the streamosphere. It's a cool word, isn't it?
Streamosphere.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's exactly it.
Streamosphere, because people are fearing. The streamers are fearing.
True.
Yeah.
True. I like
No,
that.
but okay, let me restart this.
No, you did really well.
Did I?
I wanted to say.
Let me restart it.
Okay.
Let me go again. You want to say something?
No. You go.
Okay.
No.
Okay, let me start again. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so many trees, right? So there needs to be multiple trees for a forest. Okay, and for that forest, there's many animals, species, and everything. Don't look down and just laugh while listening. Listen, if there's one tree, only one species, one animal can live in that tree, okay? But the thing is, that tree has branches, and we are the streamers, right? The streamers are the tree, okay? So the tree is a tree with the forget it. I
mean, maybe if you think about it, maybe Twitch is the tree, as you're saying. Sure.
We are, and the creators are
the roots.
I'm back. Okay. So the tree is the main platform, right? And without branches, which are the creators and the streamers, right? It's just a trunk. Because a tree without branches is just a trunk, okay? So, listen, right? No, listen. So, if they lose the branches, it's just a trunk. No one cares about it. But the thing is, also, if there's multiple trees for extra, like, places, say, for example, TikTok is a tree, YouTube is a tree, right? And Trovo is a tree or something like that, right? Then, these trees might care more about their branches than Twitch tree does.
I think
now you talk.
It would make more sense if Twitch was the tree, as you're saying. However, we as the streamers are the roots, or we're the water source, keeping that tree alive, right? But without the roots, if you cut the roots off, cut the water source off, the tree dies and becomes an empty trunk, which is good for some wild animals. If you guys ever have wild, like, fucking empty tree trunks around in your forest, don't get rid of them, keep them, because wild animals will live in that shit and they'll be great.
I'm not gonna watch this back, by the way, after what I just said.
I thought it was great.
It hurts to laugh when you're sick. I'm just saying, it hurts to laugh. I'm not watching this back. Okay,
noted. That's fine. So anyway, going backwards probably 10 minutes. So initially, Twitch was the only place. Twitch had the monopoly for years, lots and lots of years.
Yeah.
Like, before Twitch were Twitch, they were Justin TV, and Justin TV were solely just for game streams. You weren't allowed to stream like anything else on there. No art, no chatting. Like, definitely not sleeping. It was just gaming. You get banned for it. And then Amazon bought Twitch, and Twitch became Twitch. And it was still just, the monopoly for years, up until now. I mean, in recent years, we had Mixer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Mixer.
And that up and died real quick. Is Facebook gaming different?
Did you know, actually, I found out this, that Mixer, the original thing that I was told, isn't the true story.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the original thing you were told?
That apparently that okay, well, we can cut this bit out if need be, but
Is it bad? I mean, you don't have to say if you think it's. Oh,
I think it's bad. It's bad, but like, yeah. Anyway.
okay.
So I heard a story, right, which probably no one's ever gonna hear because it's not true, apparently. But apparently it died because obviously they didn't have an affiliate program. Only, say for example, partners were the only people to make the money from the thing, but it was so hard, just like Twitch, to get partner, right? And there was no affiliate program, so there was no way for anyone to get money. So why would they bother?
Why would they bother?
Yeah, right. Do you know what I mean?
I think that was one thing that Twitch did well.
Yeah.
Was yeah.
Just a little thing is that that's the epitome of, just like Twitch right now, of losing touch, because they're a multi-billion-dollar company. They're trying to suck so much out of the people, like they do in the real world as well. Like Amazon, for example, do not pay tax, or at least they don't pay the tax that they should be paying, right? And I'm not sure about Microsoft, but they're trying to suck out of everybody and give nothing back. And that's the problem with Twitch right now.
Yeah. I think people are losing faith in Twitch because Twitch are losing touch and they're not listening to the people. But then I think that's what Kick are doing well, because Kick are like really trying to send the message that they're all about the community and the small streamers and all that kind of stuff. But Twitch, Kick has its own stuff. People are very hesitant to go over there, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so initially I thought that's what Twitch, because like I keep seeing on Twitter, everybody keeps reminding everybody that like these companies are companies, they're all about business, all about money, they're not your friends, which is like completely true. Like, you know, we'd never but you'd want a company to at least do good by you, and then not give us weird random agreements suddenly out of nowhere. We don't know what they mean, and quickly expect us to go, yeah, sure, that's great.
Well, that's lucky, because there's people like, for example, me, like I used to browse Reddit a long time ago, like decades ago, right? And you know, I would hear there's been a new bill in America, right? And it would be about like censorship or something like this, right? And obviously I'm not going to I'm not going to just be able to know or read through the entirety of that bill. But there's people out there that really do. They find it interesting to read through a whole bill and then catch out what they're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
and it's crazy because they just think, oh, if we make this a 24-page bill, nobody's going to want to read that. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's
like, of course I don't, but there's people out there do.
Yeah, like a lot of the Twitch news people are really good at that, and all the streaming news people, they've been breaking down these agreements and like all these new rules and whatever they're called. I am dumb. Like, I'm not dumb. I can like understand stuff and read it, and I'm pretty good at like comprehension. Like I can kind of understand, but like I just feel like I'm like just lower than everybody else, and like they get what's going on, and I'm like,
saying. Yeah. It's like there are people. I mean, even still, there's people that, as people are saying, like it's their job. It's their job to read through these bills. But you know, for example, like on Twitter recently, where you know Twitch had said, right, no third-party advertisements. So you're not allowed to say, for example, you're not allowed, for people that don't realize what that means, you're not allowed to be sponsored by someone and be like, hey guys, I'm sponsoring this mouse, Logitech Pro, by the way, and if you you know, you can get it at this site stuff. They're saying that you couldn't do that. There was a huge uproar on Twitter, and then they were like, oh, we've worded it wrong. But it's like, they didn't word it wrong. They just assumed that we would just bend over and be like, you know, okay, fine, do that. Do you know what I mean?
It was like amongst all of the controversy with the sub split already, because obviously Kick came out offering a 95% sub split, and then Twitch have a 50-50 sub split, And a lot of the bigger partners were on contracts where they could get 70-30%. So they would get 70% of the sub revenue. That is like if you're huge. Like us smaller streamers, we only get 50-50. So after Kick came out, they were saying, oh, well, Twitch, you know, maybe we should do it. And then Twitch was trying to say that they can't up the sub revenue or something. But we're going to help you out with more sponsorship deals and like get you money that way, ad revenue and stuff like that. And then, they literally came out with an announcement saying that, you know, so you guys know how I had my Huel sponsorship?
People have mentioned Huel.
Yeah, you literally can't, like, I couldn't do that under the new thing because like it was like a third party sponsorship. Like Twitch want to own everything to do with your sponsorship, probably so they can take money off of you.
Oh, 100%.
Off of that
they
sponsorship.
Want the advertisement money.
There was so much backlash from everybody because everybody was saying like, you know, you're just trying to like, you're so out of touch, you're just trying to shoot us all in the foot, you're trying to like get money and yada yada yada. So then they took it back on Twitter, yet in the terms and conditions it's still there. And they haven't removed it.
Well, that's,
so now
crazy.
Everyone's upset because Twitch are now like, are they lying? Are they just pulling the wool over our legs?
I think they are. That's what they've been trying. You said the pull over your legs because that's what I said one time. Yeah. Nobody would have understood that.
I said it today on stream and I laughed at myself. Nobody even questioned
it. Nobody knew. But that's the thing. It's like, you know, Kix came out and said, and you know, people are wondering, will Kix survive, right? But this is the thing. That is the question. But whilst it's a thing, you know, it's like if someone's saying, okay, guys, if you come to my shop, I'll give you £100 every week. Once a week, you come to my shop, I'll give you £100, okay? And then let's say people do that. He does it. He gives the money out to everyone that comes in. And then, you know, the shop shuts down. You know, it doesn't affect us realistically, right? Apart from we lose out on getting £100 every week for free from that thing. But I think people are very scared to move over to Kick because, you know, there isn't that foundation of where Justin TV was, you know. Justin TV was the foundation of all streaming, you know, it's all streaming. And, you know, YouTube will get away with it because YouTube, which started in 2006, you know, has that foundation. It has a foundation that is a solid gold website and it's not going to be moved. Do you know what I mean? So obviously streaming on there, people are like, you know what, actually not too bad. You know, but again, YouTube, you know, where do YouTube make money but still give you a 70-30 split? It doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? So how can Twitch not do that? A multi-billion-dollar company that has probably Amazon, I would say, is the biggest shopping website that every single country on the planet mostly uses, and they're saying that they can't do that. The best they can give us is 50-50.
Well, this is the thing, and everyone keeps telling me that apparently because Amazon have kept Twitch as a separate entity. I don't know if entity is the right word. I'm so sorry. So Amazon owned Twitch, but Twitch is still its own company. And they've kept it separate for some reason. But Twitch have to hire the servers for all the streaming off of Amazon.
Yeah, that's what people are saying.
And that's why it costs Twitch so much for its upkeep. But then I'm like, how come? Like, what does Kick use? I don't get it. But like, the problem with Kick is, people are hesitant to move over there. It's a new website. It's funded by a gambling company. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, gambling is shifty. It's like, it's a weird thing.
You know.
And they have people at the head that are dickheads, like Aiden Ross.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this is the problem.
Nobody wants to support him.
So I think people could get away with it's owned by a gambling company because, guys, I don't know if you are aware of this, but I'm going to tell you that a lot of companies are sponsored by gambling companies. We have a football club in the Premier League, which is the highest league in English football, who are sponsored by stake.com, which is the company that are behind kick.com. Also, Stake are sponsored of Alfa Romeo, the car company, as well. So, you know, what's that football club? stopping? Why are they allowing it? Why is Alfa Romeo allowing sponsors by these gambling sites? Like, this is the thing you need to think about, is that a lot of companies are sponsored by these. You know, you watch TV, and then I'm gonna guarantee you will see a gambling advert when it, you know, okay, maybe if you're watching like a sport or something, there is, you know, but yeah, I think, you know, the problem is obviously there's that's the minimal, but the major problem, and I have this problem as well as someone that started streaming on Kick, I've got a problem with Aiden Ross, you know, and some of the things, you know, he said, some of the things that he's, you know, done, he, like, it's literally going like, he's like a massive door, you know, he's like a massive door blocking everyone from wanting to come in, because, you know, there's an amazing castle on the outside, but then there's this wall that is just blocking them, and I think Aiden Ross is blocking everybody that, you know, from going to the website, you know, and they need to get rid of him.
Instead,
the company,
they just,
you know,
they keep like offering like these super crazy deals, like the 95% sub split. Apparently, they are also going to be offering an hourly rate for streamers. Trainwreck, who is also at the head of Kick, has said that the hourly rate will apply to anyone, regardless whether you have one viewer to 100,000. I have no idea how that's possible or how they could fund that at all. From a business standpoint, I don't understand. So it's like, I feel like they're like trying to coax people over with like money and gold. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
And it makes me nervous. It's like, of course I would fucking love to get paid. Like, I think the $16 an hour was like thrown around or something, but like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do that.
We don't know how it's gonna work.
Well, they said, you know, for example, you know how like Pokimane, Asmongold, Ninja, I'm pretty sure Tim the Tech Man and Courage also, and Nick Merckx, who's also under fire right now, all had contracts with Twitch to stay on their platform, and they were making, you know, these are like multi-million-dollar deals. Maybe not all of them were getting multi-million-dollar deals, but they're saying that they're not going to be giving anyone deals. They're going to try and focus on spreading it out to everyone. So, you know, if they're giving, I don't know how much Pokimane's going to be making, you know, being partnered with Twitch or an ambassador, whatever, but they're not going to, you know, those millions will, you know, or whatever, will go towards the content creation plan. They have also said that you have to be at your PC live, no sleeping, you know, literally being a content creator, because they don't want people to view bot, they don't want people to exploit the system. Obviously, hold that with a pinch of salt. You know, again, you know, it could crumble, but the thing is, I think people need to take advantage of this situation whilst they can, you know. And I do think this is a thing, right? I think Kick have boosted the numbers of viewers to make people believe that they're growing on the platform, and you know, it makes you feel good to have like these views and stuff, like viewers, etc. But I think, you know, minus all that, you know, because obviously they have to try and get people over there some way. I still think people should be taking advantage of it as they can, you know. Still, you know, don't be like, okay, I'm canceling my partnership, I'm deleting Twitch from the internet kind of thing. Don't do that. I think, you know, be sensible. You need like a net, and Twitch, as we already know, is the net for streamers, right? And that's why people don't want to leave, because that net, you know, that net's never going to break, you know. But Kick itself could, but I still think people should, I think people still should give it a chance, you know.
People are definitely,
it's still in beta, but
yeah, they're like emphasizing not to put your eggs all in one basket kind of thing, which I know I've definitely done over the years. Like, the only thing that's branched me out is my artwork. So I've managed to build my Instagram, which has been doing really well, and my TikTok. But I don't know how to do YouTube content. hi, I'm on YouTube. Please subscribe to our channel. We put on new videos every Friday. So like this idea was kind of like my way of like branching into that and like sort of trying to understand how to make YouTube videos and just a little experiment, if you will, but and how to just have some fun with it. So I personally would really like to do more art YouTube videos, but I go, oh, I'll just do like a watercolor tutorial, and then I like freak myself out and I'm like, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, it is hard, but this is also the thing, you know, this is the same for everyone. And if you are a small streamer out there, you need to remember it's all about patience. I literally streamed on this platform to 3 people, one of them being me, because I had to watch the stream for a whole year. And now I'm getting there, and it isn't, you're not gonna get there straight away. You've really got to be like, this is what happened with me. I didn't stream for the money. I streamed because I like the idea. I wanted to have memories and stuff like that. And if you don't have that and you're expecting to get money or become the next big streamer overnight, then you're wrong.
Yeah.
And that is the wrong mentality. You've failed from the absolute second you've put your foot on any website.
Yeah, exactly. It's
so guys, make sure it's patience. It is patience. It's not gonna happen overnight.
Streaming is definitely not an easy thing. But I just feel like lately, like I've been feeling like really uninspired by it. Like before, when I first started, I was so excited. It was this new thing, and like I loved it, and I loved coming online and talking all day. I loved hitting follow goals. I thought that was the most exciting thing, especially like after like sitting around all day at home and just doing art, and like the only accomplishment I felt was maybe like finishing my line work and being like, I don't know if it looks good. I don't know if I feel good about myself. So having the stream on the side was a good way of like making myself feel good. But now I don't know if it's just like 7 years later, I'm like, what's the goal now? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do I do now?
I get that. I'm pretty sure, think about like, let's just say Ronaldo, for example. Greatest football player. Okay, Messi and Ronaldo, right? Okay, guys, both of them are the greatest of this time, okay?
Suey.
But there's no, I'm a Messi fan, but I don't, you got to respect them both. Anyway, but he has reached his epitome. He reached everything. He's done everything, and he's, what is his goal to keep going? Do you know what I mean? And I think, you, as time goes on, of course, you need to have your own goals, and it is harder once you've achieved those goals. Like, for example, you say, oh, okay, I'm going to try and aim to get 500 followers. And then you reach that goal, and then you make it a different thing, and then you make it another thing. But then it's like you're running out of ideas as it goes. But I think it's very hard, but you've just, if you're able to get it that far, if you're able to keep it going for that long, you can still keep it going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah, it's just one of those things. But I think maybe I just need to switch it up a bit. And maybe I could start doing my YouTube. But I think that, I don't really remember I was saying that. I think, but that's what's been the point lately, is just because I've been feeling so weird about it. I'm like, have other people been feeling weird about it? And then like with everything going on with like Twitch and Kick and YouTube and like everything just on fire, it's like, I think we all feel a bit weird about the streamosphere right now. So I think that a lot of people do struggle with it. Like, that I think, it is a steady and slow growth for some. Sometimes you might just hit the jackpot. There's a 1% chance that, you just go from like, 10 viewers to hundreds of viewers, but at the end of the day, I think, where was I going with this? You've just got to, you got to keep going. Oh shit, I lost where I was going with it. I was sick
with
brain.
it and then I lost it. Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say that, Ninja, who a lot of people know, very big Fortnite streamer. Even now, when he's not the biggest streamer on Twitch or anywhere, everyone knows Ninja, but he is gone over to Kick now. But this is also the thing, you know, I guarantee you, when Justin TV first came about, there was a lot of arseholes. You know, it was like, you know, there was, I don't know how small the company was, but I can guarantee you there were people just as bad as they are now on, like, you know, Kick and that. The problem we've got with Kick is that they're not dealing with these people, you know. But if the good people keep coming over, then it'll, you know, I'm not saying it's right, but, you know, there'll be better people on there. It'll encourage more people to come over, you know. And it's just, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain, like, perfectly, I mean, but, you know,
yeah, I get.
I think people are slowly moving.
I know you stay on Twitch for your Fallout streams for the Fallout community specifically.
Yeah.
Because that's not that I've streamed on Kick much, but just looking at Kick streams, it's kind of yeah, I definitely feel like there's more of a community sense on Twitch than Kick at the moment, but I don't really know. Would you think so or no?
It's so hard because, you know, it's like I'm trying to think of, like, the best way to put this, you know, like, people obviously, you know, for Fallout, it's very hard for me, as, you know, it would take a lot of time, right? So if I'm the only streamer on Kick streaming Fallout 76, right, which I had been for the longest time, you know, it's going to take a long time, but you've got to, you know, I haven't given up on it. There's still, you know, people have come past and said, you know, they like Fallout 76, and it does take, you know, it might be a small amount, it might be, but it's a gradual, you know, it's a gradual thing. It's a patience thing. And obviously, you know, because the community is so small, that they're all on Twitch, which actually a lot of them came from Mixer, which
really?
I didn't realize. So a lot of them came from Mixer, and they came over to Twitch because that failed. And, you know, maybe they're having that kind of angst of, oh, I don't want to move over there because of what happened with Mixer, you know. So yeah, obviously I was feeling a little bit of FOMO because I was actually feeling like I was becoming part of the community. And yeah, I decided that I would come back to Twitch twice a week, once in the week and then once in the weekend, just to, you know, keep that kind of flow, you know.
Which is today, right? Fallout Friday?
Yeah, we'll see how I'm feeling. But
okay.
yeah, probably. Yeah. Did I skim your question? Did I skim it?
I don't think
or
so.
Did I answer it? You think I answered it well? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, I think so. I mean, like, I don't really know what my question was. I can't remember. But, oh, the community. No. So that thing, like, you know, it's just the thing that I've been noticing with Kick a lot, and I've said this to death, but, like, you know, obviously everybody, it seems like everybody that jumped to Kick are all trying to start their streaming careers with a new website, building it up. Fair enough, that's awesome, like, you know, do your thing. But, like, the Kick culture, as I like to call it, has been that people come in while they're streaming and spam that they're, like, chilling in your stream, lurking for support to everybody, and they have tabs open.
Everyone.
Tabs, and it's like,
yeah,
like, I get it, and it's like, do your job, like, you know, work your shit, you know, get there, you get that slay, whatever, and then, like, but it just doesn't feel sincere to me. And, like, I know, like, maybe I'm a bit of a prude, I don't know, but, like, I just feel like I just like sincerity in people, and I just want to know, have a chat and get to know somebody, and I just feel like the culture is just like, it's just so easy.
I think that's the problem, right? These streamers aren't, you know, they're not gonna go very far. You know, that they cut down on the follow for follow thing because obviously it got so out of hand. But yeah, as someone streaming that on Kick, people would be like, "Hi, just lurking. Hope you have a great day." But then they'll be on stream at the same time, and they'll be, you know, going through their shit. They might be going through, like, you know, they might be in the Fortnite category, but they're not playing Fortnite at all. They're literally just going around people's streams doing that to everyone. And I just went and banned them. You know, it's not worth. But I have to say, I have met some really nice people on Kick. You know.
Oh yeah. There's been quite a few nice people.
Yeah, I think you know that's the other thing. We do need more people to come over, and it is hard because that, as I said, Aiden Ross is the wall. If they get rid of Aiden Ross and they get rid of the other smaller idiots on there, then it can blossom. You know. That's the thing.
So you've got your Twitch tree, and then you've got your Kick tree.
We're not going back to the tree.
In between the Twitch tree and the Kick tree is the Aiden Ross wall, and the Kick tree is kind of like wilting a little bit. It can't bloom, and Aiden Ross is like setting it on fire.
Yeah.
Sucking up the water from the roots.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's like right. So this is a good story because this is based off a real story, right? Okay, so basically the tree is trying to grow. But okay, I'm not saying. Let's just pretend that. Okay, this is based off a true story. So when I was younger, can
I just say? Aiden Ross is like the big scary oily man in Fern Gully.
Yeah, I forgot about the oily man in Fern Gully.
He was scary.
Actually.
Anyway, go.
The original Avatar.
Sure.
Yeah. So. Kick is the tree that's just wanting to grow, right? But here comes silly old Sim and his friend Scott, who are a little bit into pyromania a little bit, right?
Bloody
so they
Sim.
think summer holidays, what better thing to do?
Wait, did you say this is a true story?
This is a true story.
Oh no.
Okay, this is it's summer holidays, your mum's at work. Okay. You're 13. You've just discovered fire for the first time, right? Okay. Mum was a smoker. Lighters were around anywhere, right? And thought dig a little hole. We'll dig a little hole, and we make like a little, just get little twigs, make a little, just a little fire thing, just a little fire, and it was next to a tree actually, and I think my mum came home real quick, right? She came home. So I put a wooden door on it and I left it there, right?
Burning?
Yes. I left it there, right? And we went to dinner, right? We went to dinner, got into bed. Scott was in his bunk and he goes, Sim, what is that flickering outside? I was like, it's probably nothing. Woke up in the morning and oh my God, this tree and the wall next to it was like black. Luckily, it didn't burn the house down or anything. My mum was fuming. It was still smoking the next morning. She was like, "You better get out there and sort what you've done." And oh my God, it was. But that's what I'm saying. He's that little shithead. That tree just wants to grow, but the little shithead got no brain cells. Just wants to play with fire next to a tree, and burns down the tree.
Oh, I'm dating a pyromaniac.
No, the day I stopped burning things was when I was burning a crisp packet and the plastic burnt onto my thumb. Never touched fire ever again.
What? How many other things did you burn before that?
What do you mean?
Was it just
I didn't burn like a whole forest.
Well,
did I?
You said the day I stopped burning things, so I just assumed you meant like you just liked to burn several things. All the time.
I was a 13-year-old kid, just discovered fire. Do you understand how fascinating fire is?
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's scary.
Yeah. When you light your own log fireplace, that's exciting. And you know that nobody, apart from little bitches that can't light fires, will say that it's not. But this is the thing. I've grown out of burning down trees and burning crisp packets, and I know what fire can do, and I know how dangerous it can be.
It's true.
So,
Maybe I shouldn't move you to Australia. You're going to be the next firebug.
No, I don't play with fire.
You're going to get deported.
When was the last time I played with fire?
When you were in Australia. No wonder you loved like being on fire duty, because my parents have a fireplace and we were there during the cold times, so they always light the fire. And Sim was very happy to be dedicating that job to himself.
I mean, internet sucked. What am I doing?
I need to light the
Burn it.
fire.
Burn the fire.
We used to do this thing where we try and get the fire lit with one match. It's a skill.
There was times, right, where this fire took ages to burn, right?
Mm.
It took me ages to get it started. And everyone was like, do you need some help? I'm like, no, just leave me to it. This fire, I don't care if it takes an hour or two, this fire's getting burnt. Because it's like, it's a little game of like, you know, like how our friend Bren plays with loads of little water pipes, you know? Put the water in one and try and share it out.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's a little game, you know? Try and
It
get
is
the
a game.
fire started. But guys, fire's dangerous. Do not play with it. It's not a game. Not a game.
Did you ever used to put little chip packets in the oven?
Crisps.
And they would shrink?
No, because that's what I did with my finger.
That's what they do with the...
I lit it and it shrank and it dripped onto my finger and it burned.
Well, that's why you just put it in the oven and then you watch it shrink.
I wonder if that's why I've got that scar there, actually.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Do you have any other scars or just that one?
Yeah, this is a one. So you might not be able to see it. I don't really want to. I'm ill right now, but you don't like, you know. I don't want to like get
just,
really
like,
close to the camera. No,
just
but
spread your lips.
I have some people might notice. I have actually a scar just up here, and I was actually once around my dad's, you know, and he had this cat, and he had it, and it was called Monkey, right? And Monkey was lying down on a chair, and I lost my balance, and he had one of those, you know, what are those radiators called where they're not temporary? What are they called? You could put them anywhere.
A heater.
On wheels. Yeah, but they're like a radiator on wheels.
Yeah, I just call it a heater.
Yeah, but what are they actually called? Because the heater's like, you know, on the wall, like a radiator.
A heater.
Electric heater, yeah. But there's a word for them. Yeah, anyway, right. Okay, fine. Anyway, so
a tree.
Monkey was lying down on his chair and I tripped and I put my hand down on the chair to catch myself so I didn't fall, but he went like that, and I took my hand away really fast and I fell on this radiator like this, and it was blood everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it super scabby for like days?
I can't remember. I was only
the other morning when you came into my room, and because you've got your little eyebrow shave, and then
we still need to talk about that to the neighbor.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But like, it's not very often it happens, but sometimes like when you get up, the hairs of your mustache like have separated around that scar
like
part.
Moses and the river.
The river. Oh, the river. Ooh.
Okay,
Would you want a quiet whale?
I'm sick. You bullying me 'cause
so
I'm
like
sick.
it was interesting because you could see like the two.
Oh, does it go through?
Well, not quite, but
not
like
really,
almost.
No, because this is going this way inwards. Oh, it kind of.
A little bit.
Is it there? No.
That is so unattractive. Oh my god.
I'm not here to be attractive. See it? Here. Hello, I'm Al Pacino. I just had a child with a 29-year-old. Shout out to my little friend. Okay, anyway. So, yeah. Goes all the way through. Luckily, I didn't slip my lip fully. Do you know? It was just like a donk, you know?
I was playing Chasey with my siblings.
Chasey? What's Chasey?
Like, tag, you're it.
Oh my god. Chasey?
What?
And then she says it's like tag, you're it. Yeah, it's called tag, not Chasey.
No, because that's super American and we call it Chasey.
We called it, but yeah.
You called it it? Oh my god,
yeah.
do you want to play some
Chasey?
It? Oh
Guys,
my god.
has anyone ever heard of Chasey?
Yes.
In the comments
it
below,
makes
right?
sense.
When you see this go live on YouTube, I want to know. Anyone ever heard it called Chasey? Because
anybody ever heard it called it? Because what the fuck is that?
You're it. You are the monster.
Chasey.
You are it.
Anyway.
You have the lurgy. You've got, what is the other words? Anyway, just say it. Just say it.
Well, I was playing Chasey with my siblings, and
Anyway, carry on, yeah.
I ran around the back of. Sorry, my voice has gone all croaky. I ran around the back of a water tank.
Yeah.
My dad has this really thick wire that goes across the water
Oh, is
tank.
this your scar story?
Yeah, where he's got
Okay.
like a creeper vine that goes like over the wire, and I just like ran full pelt straight into it. But it hit my eyebrow. This is the thing. It hit my eyebrow, right? Like right here. And I was like, oh my God. And it hurt and there was blood everywhere. And I had like a scab on my eyebrow for days. And I thought I was going to get a cool eyebrow scar. I never got one.
That's kind of sad.
That is fucking sad. I went through all that pain for what?
Yeah.
The only scar I have is quite a few on my hands. It's just like from snips and stuff.
Yeah, but you're an artist, so that's bound to happen.
Oh, and
It's
I have
like a chef,
had one on
like
my
a
leg
chef.
where I
Yeah.
ran into a rusty pole because we went down to the greenhouse where my grandpa grows tomatoes, and I just ran into it. I probably
That's
should
crazy.
have got a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me of a story actually, but I don't.
Does
I
it
don't know if I
involve
should say it.
pyromania?
No, it doesn't. It involves testicles, but not mine.
Okay.
Should I talk about it or not?
I mean, I'm intrigued.
But it does involve drugs as well. But
Okay.
I don't. It wasn't something I did.
Is it
Wasn't something I
injecting
did.
into?
No.
Oh.
So my friend in college, and I was always the simple, like I was, my mum told us about drugs, you know how schools are like, okay, drugs are bad, okay. My mum just like, she never brought up drugs. She never brought up drugs. She just knew that we were sensible enough that we wouldn't do stupid shit. She brought us up knowing that we wouldn't do stupid shit, right? So, and someone that has always grown up with anxiety, I was always against smoking. My friends smoked all the time. I was always against smoking. My friends also drank. I didn't like the idea of not being in control, which is another thing why I don't drink now. It kind of, it's kind of a scary thing. And, so yeah, I've got this angst about like, just life in general. Anyway, my friends were a little bit more ballsy. And so there's a thing called ketamine, and that's a horse tranquilizer, guys. Now, this is the thing. People will use that to get high. Now, I didn't know about it at the time. We were like maybe 15, 16, right? So my friend actually was on ketamine, and he got a drill, and he drilled through his ball, right? Yeah. You can just picture that, right? And he didn't want to tell his mum how he did it. So that when they went to the doctors, he told the doctor that he ran through a greenhouse naked and cut his balls.
Okay.
And that's the story about ketamine. Don't do it.
Was he okay
Don't
after
do
that?
it.
Did he?
I don't know if he still had a ball.
If you lose one ball, can you have another ball and still have babies?
Yeah.
I remember a kid in primary school. I don't know if we've gone there anyway. There was a kid in primary school, and he was trying to convince me that he accidentally cut his ball sack open in the bath, and all these like tiny balls came out. And ever since then, that's what I thought balls were. I thought balls were two sacks with tiny little balls in them, and the tiny little balls were like the sperms. And like if you cut them, they were just like kind of like a bean bag. They would all just like fall out everywhere.
Do you know what I find kind of interesting? And I know we're going a bit onto balls right now. But,
this week's
what's
episode,
kind of interesting, right? Is that
balls.
there's so much space. Like if you get a bag of marbles, right, and you fill that bag up, it's like like that, and the bag's full. But like, okay, we're a mature talk show here, but like balls, right? They have so much space. It's interesting. It's not just two balls.
What's
It's
inside
like
the
two
balls?
marbles in a bag like this big. I'm not saying that this is how big it is, but you know what I mean.
So like
Isn't
in the
that kind of
balls,
interesting?
there's a ball.
In the bag, there's
In the
marbles.
bag, there's one
two
marble.
marbles.
Two marbles.
Also, apparently, just learnt this today. Apparently, some people are only born with one ball.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I had a friend, and her stepdad had 3 nipples.
3 nipples.
Yeah.
Where was it? On his chest.
Yeah. I don't know where. I don't think he ever showed us. I don't know if
they
it was
are like
real.
big marbles. So guys, you need, if you you know, guys, as we talk about it, if you touch your balls and you feel pain, get that checked out. Just
If you have more than
add
2
that.
marbles, get that
Yeah.
checked out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so YouTube streaming.
Okay.
I don't know anything about YouTube streaming, but I know that there's not very many features, and that it's not very community chat friendly.
What is YouTube?
Yeah, people have been saying that it's like just boring to stream on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like, we're going back down to this foundation thing. People go on YouTube to watch videos. People use Google. Google back in the day had Google videos, right? This was before YouTube existed, right? But people didn't really use Google videos. They just used Google for Google. Do you know what I mean? So of course it was going to always flop, because their main thing is keeping the foundation alive. Like, I'm sure, you know, Twitch, the main concern is keeping Amazon alive. That's their main goal. YouTube is keeping, you know, YouTube videos alive and stuff like that, because they own that category. And with YouTube, they did join into the streaming thing, but that was very late. Actually, I would say that is very late compared to, I think it actually came out after Twitch, right?
Yeah,
I think it did. I think it came out after Twitch, because when I was doing YouTube back in the day,
Sim was a YouTuber, guys. He has a big YouTube with lots of views on the videos.
No, I had, you know,
like
I had
horror
500,000.
games, and he's all out.
Okay. I had a
Outlast.
YouTube back in the day. Okay, cool. Anyway,
This is me walking through a forest.
That was scary. That was scary. My screen's just turned off. Sorry, I had to. You want to hear that story about the forest?
Yes, more forest stories. Okay.
Right. So the forest story, right? Are we ending on this? Because it's nearly an hour.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, this can be our last story.
So
Can't believe we've gone for an hour already.
I know, it's crazy.
I just love listening to your voice and looking at your face.
Okay, that's just dumb.
It's been a nice date.
We're in a professional.
Are we gonna go on a
place.
second date?
Well, we're professional here. That's stupid.
Wow.
Professional.
You don't like me?
Anyway, before you interrupted my story, yeah. So that was actually one of the scariest moments of my life. Not like major, but I was out walking my dog, and in the winter, I don't know about you guys in other countries, but when the sun goes down, it's the winter, right? So I was walking my dogs, and I was walking through this like forest, and I had 2 of my dogs. You can see the video on YouTube, right? Maybe Sarah will put it in the bottom just to give me a few extra views or something. But anyway,
cool.
so I was walking my dogs, and I had them off the lead because, you know, dogs, they don't usually just like fly away and then never come back kind of thing. Okay. So I was like, you know, they'll be fine, let him off. It got really dark, and one of my dogs, you know, he was he went off somewhere, and I never saw him for such a long time. And I was like, Paddy, and it got really dark. Like, it went from day to night real quick because it was in the winter, right? And I was shouting my dog. I was like, Paddy, and all this. And I had Oscar with me, and Oscar's too scared. He would always stay with me, and I'd be like, Oscar, where's Paddy? And he didn't know where he was, stuff like that. And then just suddenly I hear, "Ah!" in the middle of the forest, in the pitch black, and I'm like, Paddy! And I thought he'd just been killed. I thought someone had killed my dog. Right? And I'm shit scared, right? This is on YouTube, right, by the way, right? So I'm shit scared. And I'm like, you know, I've been playing these scary games around that time. And I was just like, you know what? I need to just man the fuck up. This is my dog, you know? And I was like shouting for him. And I was like, I couldn't find him anywhere, right? And so I was looking, and my mum was at work at the time, actually. And I was trying to search, and I was going through this woods, and it was fucking dark. by the way. It was like nettles, everything, like thorns, everything. Just imagine, like, there could have been a murderer out there, but I had my camera just in case he murdered me and whatever, right? And then I couldn't find him. I lost my dog, and I genuinely thought that I'd like killed him or something, like leaving him, you know, someone had killed him and stuff. So I rang my mum. I was like, Mum, you need to get off work right now. I've lost Paddy. I don't know if he's been attacked or anything, but he made out a yelp. She was like, fine. We went to the petrol station. We got these lights. We went out there, like, I don't know, it must have been like, it felt like 9, might have been like 8 o'clock, but it was pitch black, right? And we didn't find him. And I was like, oh my God, my dog's dead. I thought my dog was actually dead, right? And then we went back, and I was like, you can just imagine, you know, you've had your dog for like 9 years or so or whatever, and you think that you're never going to see him ever again, right? And then we get home and he's there. He's at the house. It was chucking it down with rain as well. He was at the house, and there was people, and they were like, oh yeah, we saw this dog and we weren't sure what was happening with it. And they found our dog. And I was so happy to find him. I think I started crying. Because I genuinely
so scary.
yeah, it was. But genuinely, if you watch the video, it is scary. But the thing is, guys, if any of you write a comment and say, you should have had him on your leash, I swear to God, I will fight you in text.
Do you know what made the squeal? Do you reckon it was him?
It was him. I think what had happened is he was running through like the thing, and he got a thorn in his eye.
Oh,
and
shit.
It like pierced him, and that's why he cried so hard. Because, you know, but yeah, there was another story where I'm not going to even talk about it because it makes me feel sick. But there was a time where Mom had taken him out somewhere, and his why are we talking about this? But he literally degloved his arm.
Oh.
Of fur, doing something, but I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
It's too
Damn.
squeamish for me.
Well.
And my mum had to take him to wherever.
On that note.
Yeah, on that note, guys, we're ending the stories.
Damn. Yeah. Pets are a worry. God.
Yeah, they are. Rest in peace, Paddy, by the way.
Yes, rest in peace, Paddy. He died of old age.
Yeah, he died of old age.
But lived a very happy rest of his life, so don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, and his last supper was actually McDonald's burger.
Aww, as it should be.
Yeah.
I will say that my 2 dogs, I used to have 2 lovely dogs. One was actually a Kelpie cross Chihuahua, which was quite interesting.
Kelpie?
They're kind of like sheepdogs, kind of. And she had really big ears and like a really curly tail. She was fucking gorgeous. And then the other one was a border collie cross Kelpie. So they're very like hunting kind of dogs, very like herdy. And I was walking around Nan's block one day. My grandparents have big like blocks of vineyards. So I was just walking around there one day. Of course, they saw a kangaroo and they just bolted after it.
Yeah.
I was
crazy.
shitting myself because kangaroos are huge. And I was like, oh no, they're going to kick my dog. What am I going to do? What am I going to tell Mum? Oh my God. And then,
their kicks are really strong as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're super strong. You remember that time there was a guy where there was a kangaroo and it started fighting his dog? So then the guy punched the kangaroo to like save the dog.
I mean, there's not, you know, nothing. Obviously, we don't condone animal.
No, absolutely
stuff,
not. He got in lots of trouble for that.
Yeah. But the thing is, if your dog's, you know, in the moment, if your dog's getting attacked, you gotta do everything in your power to get it, because it's a feral animal, you know. But anyway, carry on. Yeah.
I mean, they're not feral. Kangaroos are not feral.
They live in the wilderness. They're all feral.
No, that feral means that they're an introduced species, a native.
Introduced to what?
The country. So like kangaroos are like native Australian animals, right? But we would call a fox a feral animal because that was introduced from Europe. You know what I mean? Or a rabbit.
They're feral foxes. They run around London all the time. Nobody has track of what they do. They're just there. That's feral. This kangaroo jumps around, goes wherever he fucking wants. It's feral.
He's a wild animal.
It doesn't abide by.
It's his house.
He doesn't abide by his rule.
We're in his territory.
And that's why he's feral.
He's not feral. He's beautiful.
Yeah, the kangaroo's
majestic,
a
native
feral
creature. Anyway, the dogs were fine.
Feral, yeah. People were saying I thought feral meant wild. What's your thing about feral?
Well, I've always thought of it like
Introduced.
an introduced species. So in Australia, we will call a feral animal like a fox or a rabbit has been introduced, so that's like a feral animal. Whereas
Who
like
introduced it to where?
Australia.
They weren't there before.
No. Our native population has had significant disastrous effects because of these introduced species coming in.
Yeah, that's actually
Especially foxes. They've murdered so many of our native species.
Like, you're not always wrong, but I think you're wrong.
You're just getting backed up by Twitch chat. You're getting a spine. You're getting built up.
Okay, maybe I am. Maybe I am. But this is the thing. They're saying that feral is a domesticated animal that becomes wild. That is feral. That is the actual
a domesticated animal.
You didn't domesticate all the kangaroos.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Kangaroos aren't domesticated. They're just wild animals.
But they're feral because they're not
They're
trained.
not. They're not. They're
trained.
just wild animals. Like,
Meaning
fair enough
they're
if you
not
have a feral cat.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Why did I bring up the kangaroo? Why couldn't we just end it? Patty had McDonald's, the end.
Yeah, they're animals that are in the streets and stuff, right? But they're feral because they're not domesticated for the world. Foxes are not domesticated for the world. Squirrels, okay, actually still feral, but they live in trees, eat their nuts, and then just fuck off back in their tree. Foxes, they will walk around at night, go in your bins, rustle around, cause havoc, get asbos. I don't know what you call them. You know, they're just like
What's
chavs.
an asbos?
Antisocial behavior.
Oh.
They cause
Asbos.
problems and noise. But yeah, that's what they do.
All right.
But yeah, carry on with your story about the feral kangaroos.
No, nothing. They're wild.
Yeah.
So anyway, because this is a podcast, I have to keep talking. But that will probably conclude it there for today.
That's concluded.
We did it.
I think.
We did it.
Yeah.
We've been sick. We talked for a whole hour. Did chat like
Yeah.
it? I hope so.
Do you know
Guys,
what's so ironic? I'm starting to feel bad in the throat.
I'm gonna go get us some ibuprofen.
Yeah. And
Right.
brioche.
YouTube, I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you so much
And
for
milk.
watching the video. If you want to subscribe to our video YouTube channel, we put on videos every Friday. We hope to anyway. We've done this one 6, so what could stop us now? I don't know. Yeah. You can find me, Sezza, on Twitch. Or the HotLocalNun on Twitch also. And I am a giant dickhead. Or on Kick. So if you wanna watch him stream, it's on kick.com/HotLocalNun.
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're wrapping it up. This is the end of episode 2 of Talking Nunsense. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Sorry, I had to leave her for the ending, you know.
You're better at it than me.
She just doesn't, you know.
I
She doesn't
don't know how
I'm
to
joking.
do it.
You're
I'm
really
learning.
good. You're good. You're doing really well. You are doing really well. But yeah, guys, as she said, she is on Twitch. Okay, I can't look at you doing that. She is on Twitch at Sezza. I am on Twitch as HotLocalNun, as you can see. There.
Well
Don't
done.
look at my fingers. And you point to
Amazing.
yours now. Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And yeah, we'll catch you another time. Hopefully we won't be ill next week.
Oh, no, we'll be fine.
And yeah, we will catch you then. Guys, thank you for sticking around, and make sure to like, subscribe, and I don't think you can follow, but make sure to like and subscribe and comment below.
Oh, leave a
Goodbye.
reply to that question. I don't remember what you asked
I
them.
can't remember the question. Find it. It's like a little Easter egg. Find it in the thing.
Go
You'll
find
have
the
to find it.
question. No,
Yeah,
it's okay.
find it.
All right, goodbye. I'm leaving.
Goodbye. Leave
Bye.
me. Do I leave?
No, not yet. I'm going to say goodbye stream.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.